Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, I wanted to address a question that I get asked quite often, and that is, how can I buy my first investment property? So I'm going to give you 3 hacks that you can use to buy your first investment property. So the first hack that I'm going to give you is to buy a multifamily, particularly something between 2 and 4 units. The reason I cap it at 4 units is because you can still qualify for an FHA loan, and that would allow you to put down as little as 3.5%. So this technique is something that my grandparents utilized themselves when they first moved to Canada. They invested and bought a duplex. Buying a duplex allowed them to get rent from the second unit, which they could use to make their monthly payment, their mortgage payment, and if there was any money left over, they could pocket that extra money. Alternatively, with your mortgage getting paid, you could set aside the money you would be spending on rent or your mortgage to save up and buy another property. So that would be hack number 1, invest in a multifamily. Hack number 2 would be to find a partner. You would be both mitigating your risk and you'd be able to buy more properties because you'd have more capital. There's more than one way to approach a partnership. One instance could be you both go in 50-50, you come up with the down payment together, and you go in together. In this instance, if you had the money for 1 unit, perhaps together you'll have the money for 2 units. Now, another way you could go into a partnership is perhaps you have the handyman skills required to rehab a property, but you don't have the money for a down payment. You could find someone that has the capital to purchase the property, and you could take your payment for fixing the property in terms of shares. So you could have maybe a 50-50 split, a 60-40 split, however you negotiate it. These are 2 different partnerships that you could use to get your first investment property. Now, the third hack is something that's a little bit less conventional, and I haven't really seen it talked about on YouTube or in any articles that I've read about real estate. So I'm aware that a lot of my viewers are quite young, and it's quite possible that you don't have your own primary residence, but you might have a family member, your parents, grandparents, someone who has a home and has built up a decent amount of equity. What you could do is potentially refinance that home, take out the extra equity, and use that to make a down payment or purchase another investment property. Now, you're probably thinking, if I take that money out, my mortgage payments are going to go up. And that is true. But on the flip side, you have rental income coming in, so you could use that money to offset the increase in your mortgage. And at the same time, you would be building up another investment on the side through the tenant paying the mortgage of that one, as well as the appreciation that you would be incurring. So there you have it. Those are 3 tried and tested techniques that you can use to get your first investment property. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching.